welcome to another edition of the Friction Log. And in the last Friction Log, actually building the website for Friction Log. And so we used Tailwind JS. Actually, I'll just run it real quick so you can see what it looks like. So if I do npm run dev, it'll boot this up real quick. So the last one did Friction Log first time experience with Tailwind CSS. Actually, it was a great experience. I took a Figma design. You can check out the episode, and this is what we ended up with. Is this design here, which will be the Friction Log design, the version 1 of it anyway, iteration 1. So now I gotta put it on something, some kind of framework, and of course I'm going to use React, but I've never actually used NextJS. So for this Friction Log, let's just try to use NextJS. I've heard so much about it. I've actually never used it. I know a decent amount about it, at least from Twitter and community, and then I've read the Start Learning, this thing right here, which is a really cool tutorial, by the way, walking you through how to use it. So I'm familiar with the concepts, and they have the server-side rendering, and then they kind of let you choose when to use static generation versus dynamic, and it's pretty cool actually. So I want to use it, been dying to use it. So this Friction Log will just use this to implement the website, and that'll be a foundation for the Friction Log website, which will be pretty cool. So what I did do off screen, like I mentioned, was I did already go through this tutorial. I didn't do any coding. All I did was just read it just to get the concepts of it. And it was actually a really good experience. I felt like it walked you through things quite nicely. So to that point, I do think that there's a delight in here, which is the getting started tutorial was really nice. Forward and helpful. All right, and if you're not familiar with what Friction Log is, Friction Log is a time when you go through a product or a feature, something like that, or SDK, whatever it is, and you log the user experience of it. So anytime you run into a friction, you log it. Anytime you run into something that's really cool, or a question or a roadblock, you log those things, and they're meant to be surfaced to product people and to just document the user experience. And that's what we're doing here, besides the fact that I'm actually going to take my website and build it on Next because I need something to build it on. The point of it is to document the user experience. And that's what we're going to do while we build out this website. All right, so I've got this site. I've got it scaffolded out here. With just honestly, I just have one app thing. When this is the home component, the content component, the log component. So it's just static HTML in React right now. So we're gonna kind of follow their getting started thing, and then I'm just gonna move stuff over to that. So let's go ahead and start this. Actually, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new directory. Let's just call this Next.js prototype. All right, so I assume it's just going to give us a nice simple thing. So we're just going to use this for now. Install. So I do wonder, actually, while this is installing, I do wonder if I could have just taken what I have and migrate it. I wonder how different this is. Let's just check out how different this is. Maybe it's just as simple as pages, public. Oh, here, let's just open this up real quick. Come on, VS Code, wake up, open it. Sometimes it happens. VS Code does this. There we go. Let's look at this baby. So you're just installing Next. I think, what do we do? Did we do create React app? We did. Yeah, I don't necessarily need to do that. Right, it's just simple. Well, let's just follow the tutorial, and then I really want to just use Tailwind with what I already have, but I probably should just follow the tutorial. Let me just real quick go off the reservation here. NextJS Tailwind starter, like they have the same thing but with Tailwind. Somebody did that. Problem is, if these are old, 9 hours ago, that ain't old. Bum, 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 bum. Next, React DOM. Okay, cool. So that's actually a pretty good starting. 935, 936. Ooh, it's more up to date than the starter. Okay. Maybe I'll just use this. Let's look at this real quick. I'm going to go off the reservation. So that's some component. Yeah, he's got some about us. All right, that's kind of cool. I'm just going to open up some of these things real quick just to make sure they're similar. And if you're wondering, hey, wait, this has nothing to do with starting with Next.js, you're wrong. Community is part of the user experience. So I'm just trying to find the quickest way to use what I already have in Next.js, which maybe that's right, maybe that's wrong, but that's just my experience right now trying to get through this. Okay, so this is pretty self-explanatory. Yeah. Right. I mean, this is crazy self-explanatory. So why don't I'm just going to leave this open, and I'm going to take this little build thing I did, and I'm going to move. I'm just going to start here. I already created a branch called Next.js prototype, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to take my existing app. I have it on a branch right now anyway. And we'll just start playing with it that way. So looks like I need just next in here, right? So let's just do, you know what though? I don't need all this garbage. So let's get rid of, where's the dev? Oh, I hate how the dev and dependencies get separated from the dependencies. Let's move this down here. So let's just assume we don't need React scripts. I don't think I do. Just React DOM. Oh, these are, let's increment these because there's a .1 now. And then I'm just going to steal this over here. I could be completely going off the reservation. This is the wrong thing to do, but I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. And then what do they got in here in this starter pack? Next. So they're using these, right? 144. I think I have that, right? Auto prefixer, concurrent, save down, post CSS CLI, Tailwind 141. Oh, well, there's already a update. Let's bump this. Yeah, so I've already got that stuff in place. So that's fine. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I'm already doing that. That's just a blank. So this is interesting. I think this must have to do with the Next.js stuff. So where's that at? That's under Persian. purge do I have? Purge. I don't. Let's just add that here. Components. All right. You have to change some of this stuff. Index.js. Right, so we got to create a layout. Wait, where was that at? This is what happens when you jump around too much. Components, layout. And the getting started guide had a similar convention, so I'm going to do the same thing. So we're going to say, oops, components. Layout.js. And then I think in here is where we're just going to move in. Yeah. Okay, so my layout is honestly going to be the footer and the header and the content. Let me just copy this whole thing right now. I'm going to move it over. Yeah, so layout is going to be, let's do this. Let's do export default function. And we're going to do this. And really what we want is, we actually want this layout here. We'll deal with, well, kind of. We'll deal with the home versus, oops. Right, and then this is going to be, oops, I got to add props up here. Yeah, the other thing, I like to use TypeScript, but I don't think I'll do that for now, children, right? I think we'll just do that for now. And then we won't worry about home or well, I don't need to comment it out. We just won't worry about this stuff for right now. Yeah, it's good enough for now. Okay. So what else did they do? They did, yeah, okay, got that part. Right, so let's do this. Let's do pages index, right, which should be our index for obvious reasons. And get rid of all this stuff here because we don't need it. Well, I'm copy pasting, but there shouldn't be that. It should be I see, so we need to export the default here. Default. Well, I guess the benefit of doing this is it's named, right? So all right, so pretty sure that's what the getting started does too. If you look over here, got public, and then you got this default thingy bobby. Oh yeah, there's this next head. Let's do npm install while we're at it here, so we don't have to wait around. Right, so this thing I read is kind of like, what is it called, a helmet or something like that, where you can it's installing. Good grief, what is going on? Why do I need to install peer dependencies? This one doesn't have it. Right. Oh, I forgot to check. Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh, you know what? It's saying that because, let me remove node modules. I have the old create React app stuff in here from the old static site. So let me do npm install again. That's why it's doing that junk. Okay. Anyway, so in the layout, yeah, there's like this head thing. They've got it here. All right, where did I see it at? Yeah, here, which is cool. So we're just gonna do, whoa. Just drop it in here like that, and then that's our head. So I'm gonna say friction log. We'll drop in the other stuff later. Probably, yeah, well, anyway. Is this done? Nice, okay, much better. So npm run dev, I believe. Let's see if will it just work? Aha, an unknown post CSS plugin was provided. That would be my fault. What did I do? Tailwind CSS full human post CSS purge CSS. Platform post CSS for configuration. What did I do? This is what happens when you don't follow the tutorial. You go off on your reservation, off the reservation. But that's part of it, you know? I got my thing that I want to shoehorn into this. Plugins, Tailwind CSS, fix auto fixer. All right, whoa. Post CSS config. Right. I'm using this config. So one thing is, Tailwind CSS did introduce me to Purge and to Post CSS. So I've actually never used those until I started building this site. So some of this stuff is new to me as well, which again, it plays into part of the experience of Tailwind, and even with me trying to shoehorn this into with Next. Unknown Post CSS plugin was. I wonder if that was that's this thing here I entered in. No, that's Tailwind. That's not going to be the same thing. What am I saying? Unknown Post CSS plugin was provided. False. So it doesn't like that I'm using my own. I mean, what if I just did this? Well, wait, how do they have it set? They have it set. Oops. They just call the, yeah, Tailwind CS. I don't know if I like that. Okay, let's see. I guess that's the default, right? So they just use the default thing. Okay, if I module Babel core, I mean, why can't you? Oops. There it goes again. But I'm not, do I have that defined anywhere? Yeah, it's just these things. Where does the Babel stuff come from? All right, how do I find, what is the, so npm find dependency tree? I can't remember what it is. Is that what it is? npm-ls? I don't think so. Required by. Yeah, I guess it is. Whee. Why do I need the Babel stuff though? Must be inside of Next, but all right, let's just do this. Let's just clean all this stuff up. I'm just going to do exactly what they have here. Because honestly, oh, I do need a whitelist though. So I do need to grab this. Yeah, I wouldn't mind grab it. I like how this works here, so let's do this real quick. Yeah, I just care about the, I think, let's see if it just uses the defaults if I do this. Oops. Oh, please tell me that's not. Oh my goodness, why is this Babel stuff necessary? All right, hold on a second. This is ridiculous. I'm going to check out this demo thing to see if it needs this stupid Babel stuff. does work. Doggone it. All right. I'll have to go back and use the getting started thing. I was hoping I could just use Tailwind. Nothing in their docs about it. I swear I saw it though, and they're getting started somewhere. Where's this? No. I don't want. There's no search on here. Just in docs there is. Boo. All right, I'm going to revert. All right, let's just start with the stupid, not stupid, sorry. It's not, it's actually really cool. Let's just start with, all right, we're just going to start with their thing, which is fine. All right, so first things first, how do I enable, I mean, this should work now, right? So dev. Open this baby up. All right, there it is. So that's all cool and stuff, but I want to use Tailwind. How do I use Tailwind? I know I saw it in the getting started thing, but it's not, the search isn't coming up. That's a friction. All right, I know you're there. So let's try this again. All right, let's get back to this thing here. Yeah, I read this. This is actually pretty cool. Here we go. See, there it is right there, but it didn't come up in the search. Writing and importing CSS. NextJS has built-in support for CSS SAS. Using popular CSS with Tailwind is also supported. In this lesson, we'll talk about, okay, how do I use, I know I've seen it in here somewhere. Here's post CSS. Okay. Out of the box with no configuration, NextJS compiles CSS using post CSS. Yes, this is exactly what I want to do. Here's an example of post CSS for using Tailwind CSS with purge CSS, which you will need to install Tailwind CSS. Yeah, okay, so let's do this. Let's do npm install this. Whoa, what just happened? Okay, that's weird. This, and this. Save dev, I assume. Let's install that. You don't need auto prefixer because Next.js includes it by default. Okay, cool. So now I need to create the post CSS config JS. So that's exactly what I want to do. Just post css.config.js. Drop this baby in. Yep, that's right. Actually, I'm going to pull over my project because, yeah, I whitelist the dark mode plugin I'm using. Okay, so let's put that off to the side. And wait, where's the whitelist go? It goes after the purge CSS stuff. Plugins. No, it's inside the purge CSS. So how do I whitelist it if we're not calling purge CSS? I'm new to purge CSS and post CSS and all that anyway. I guess that's what this is, huh? Right, so we got content. Yeah, so I think it's top level. Like, I think this is the plugin here. So, okay, let's do that. Let's try that. And then, oh, they got docs on post CSS config. Let's just make sure. Out of the box configuration. Skim. Oh, that's nice. Customize plugins. Nice. All right. So I think we're rolling here. So that's good. What else do I need to do? So I got that, but I need Tailwind. I need a Tailwind config file, right? So I can just add tailwind.config.js. Let me grab my config from here. I think I should be able to do that. Right, and then I need to install a couple things actually. I've got dark mode, I guess is the only one I need to install. So let's save that, and then in here, I'll just add it. Just pulled it off of here, so let's do npm install again. Okay, npm run dev. I wonder why it's doing that. Ready, wait. It does that a bunch of times. That's weird. I don't know if that's a problem on my end or what. All right, everything should work. What's this fancy little thing? Pre-rendered page. Okay. That's cool. We got that done out of the way. Pre-rendering and fetching data. Okay, so that's cool. I'm gonna definitely lean into that here next. All right, I think we're good. I need to try it out though. So let's go to index.js. Let's get rid of all this stuff. I don't want any of it at all. Like, delete it all. Get it out of my face. Let's do friction log. Right. Does it hot reload? Yes, it does. All right, let me create a layout. So that is components, and then layout.js, and we'll just say export default. Return React component, and I'll I'll keep this up here over here so we can jump to it real quick. I just want to steal this. Well, these are almost all components. So let's do this. Let's grab this baby right here for the layout. Oops. And props. Header. This is going to be props.children. Let me drop in my header and footer here. I got a header and footer component already. Should just work out of the box. Oh yeah, I got import React. Import React from React. And there's my header and footer. We'll mess with all that stuff later, but that should be all I need component-wise now. We've got other items that we can do later. All right, so now I want to import that layout. So import layout from components. Oops, layouts. And then we're going to drop that bad boy. Actually, probably just do it here. What's going to happen? Okay, so that happened. Okay, how do I get, let's see, in my static layout, I got a couple things going on. I got this thing that does the dark mode switch. I got this stuff on the body. Is there like a static public HTML page? I don't see one. Or do I just indeed do it in here? Let's go look at this next/head. I don't know. I guess they say assets, metadata. Okay. What else we got? CSS Styling. Okay, I don't want to do that yet. Head. What's this layout component stuff? Oh, there's a demo of layout components. Okay, you're going to take me to that? Right, but do you like, I guess they're saying I should do that with the next head? I guess that's what they're saying. Because all I want to do is take this stuff and drop it in, but that won't work in there. This will be all funky. Same thing with the body. How do I manipulate it so I can add this? I guess they don't have a static HTML page to drop things in. I'm so used to Create React App and other frameworks that give you that static thing. Next.js body tag. Maybe that'll get me to. A custom document is commonly used to augment your HTML. Yes. Oh, ain't that fancy. To override the default document, create a pages_document.js and extend document as shown here. Okay. Caveats is only running to the server eventually. It won't work. React components outside of main will be initialized by the browser. Do not add application logic here. This actually sounds dangerous. Like people can mess up. Like, should I even be doing this? I don't know. I mean, it's cool that they add it here. The problem is it's still a React component. So like if I can't copy this as is. Yeah, see? All right, well, maybe I shouldn't be shoehorning what I expect into this. I do need to add this though, but I think I can do that at the topmost thing. So that's probably the most important thing. Where is my layout? Let's see if this works. Class name. Oops. Is that just fine? Where'd it go? What'd it do? Okay. Where's my component? There it is right there. It's the upmost one. Okay. Why is there a margin? Why does it show a margin up here? See that margin up there? Body has it. That's weird. All right. All right, so the trick here is I need to do this, add it to my CSS. Where do I put my CSS at? NextJS? Tell me. CSS styling. Let's talk about CSS styling. Yes, let's do that. CSS styling, if you look, you can see code here. Yeah, I don't want to add it there. I want to import it. Are you going to import it? Next is import CSS files using proper CSS. Yes. Create a file called layout.modules.cs in the components directory with the following content. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So in here, I can say layout.module.css. I'm going to drop these bad boys in here. And voila. No. All right, what else I got to do? Oh, I got to import this stupid thing. Duh. Import styling. I don't like to copy it. Styling from. Why is it reading that? Layout.module.css. No, it's not reading that. Not going to do that. You don't like that? Layout.module.css. Yeah, should import it. Okay, so it doesn't like it because of this stuff. I want to use Tailwind though. module.css, module.css, and I imported it. Yeah, I get that. Global styles, adding global styles. I wonder if I should be considering the Tailwind stuff global for some reason. So I saw a Tailwind NextJS starter. Saw one of them up here. Let's go check this out. What do they do? Right, so they got the CSS thing with the global stuff in it, right? Okay. So then that's what they're saying, this dot or underscore. All right, so I'm going to copy this as is. Does he use this my app thing? It just kind of magically works by convention. Is that what this does? Okay. All right, so I need to create an underscore app.js, add yeah, let's just create a CSS folder here. I'm going to actually delete this baby. I don't need it. And then where'd the CSS folder go? Oh, that was stupid, Rick. CSS. This is like our global CSS, kind of makes sense. So we do that. Oh, let's get rid of the import here. My app. Oops. Right, which is what they did too, right? Yeah, I don't think they did anything else different. All right, cool. So that should, oh wait, I bet you have to restart this. I think they said that. Okay, what did I do wrong? I couldn't. Import dot 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 dot. Oh, it, like that, right? All right, let's, lots of errors. Let's clear this out and look at it. Can't resolve in blog pages. Really? Why can't you? Did I put it in the right spot? Oh, my fault. This needs to go inside here. Oh, I started this project in the wrong spot. Okay, I see. It needs to be this. Well, garbage. What's going on here, fellas? Module not found, can't resolve. Do I need to do this? Index.css? I probably do, don't I? Yeah. I was thinking it was a JS file. Duh. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's the ticket. Hey, look, styling. Yay. Cool. Okay. It works. Oh man, look at that fancy. Oops. All right. I gotta fix this footer so it's down at the bottom, don't I? All right. So the header, there's a couple of images and stuff. So where do these get? Dot images. Does it tell me in this global styles assets and stuff? Global styles. Okay, create an images directory inside the public directory. Save the pictures, and then how do I reference it? Okay, that makes sense. All right, not worried about that right now, I don't think. I just want to know how to reference the images. Images profile. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay, cool. So let me open this up really quick. And do I have the other one? So let's do this. Let's public. Let's do images. And let's drop in my images from here. Images. And drop these babies in here. I might need to change the paths or whatever, but this, I think it should work. Let's see what happens. Yay, there's the images. Okay, cool. Good. So now we got the layout and structure kind of there. What's next? I gotta do my pages, right? Pre-rendering and data fetching. This is what's next. Nope, already did that. Pre-rendering. Yes, I want to do pre-rendered stuff. I read up on this earlier, and I definitely want to do pre-rendered stuff for page basis. This is all very cool stuff. Okay, yep, I want to do exactly this. So, it's my layout. Let's pin this over here. Pages on index, friction logs. And then what I want to do is, really what I want to do is this. Actually, let's do this. Let's start separating this stuff out into components. So footer and header are fine. But then I have content page. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Log, footer, header, post item. So this is the thing. Yeah, this little component right here. So I'm gonna make this its own component in here. I'm gonna call it post item component. And oh man, be changing my format on me. Now we're gonna have to make this dynamic, but for right now, if I drop this in there, it should just work. Right? Yep. So I did this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Boom. Okay, I'll have to adjust the margins on the bottom. All right, so that works. That's cool. Now I got to make this dynamic. So the way you do this, what they're saying is get static props. How does this work? runs at build time to production. Right, so this is like the Gatsby kind of thingy-a-bobby. And by convention, we have to export that as a function. So let's export this as a function. I kind of like the const thing. I wonder if they do that on purpose because this is you don't get a name off of it or something. I don't know. Return props. Okay. Now the data is going to be markdown, I guess. This page has some data dependencies. Yes, let's use it. Aha, check this out. This is exactly what I want. Markdown. Do I have to create it in that directory? All right, I'm just skimming real quick to make sure. Post directory, post. Okay, that's cool. So I am going to follow this then. So in pages, I'm going to create content. And then let's create one called logs. And in here, we'll call this one hello world.md. And I'll just copy this for now. All right, this is my hello world doc. Okay, makes sense. Gotta install this to parse that, whatever it's called. What's that stupid thing called? Front matter. Okay. Install. Next, we're going to create a simple library for fetching data from the file system. Okay, this is my utility for. That makes sense. Top level directory. We're going to call this in here. Lib. I'm actually fine with that. And we're going to call this. What do they want to call it? Let's just call this logs. That's minor. Whoa. Something doesn't look right here. No. Is that bad copy? Yeah, bad copy. I was gonna say it's missing some things. Okay. So current working directory. What did I call it? Content logs. Content logs. Actually, that won't work on Windows, but I'm on. This should work for Mac, so let's just do that. And we're not going to call it post directory. We're going to call it logs directory. Sort by date. Okay, that's kind of cool. All right. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward copy paste there. Yep, let's do it. You need to reserve. Right, so we're going to get all the stuff. And then props. And we're going to just call this logs data. Log is this, right? That's what they're saying. And I should be able to, so props logs, and well, I guess I mean, what if there's nothing here? I don't know. It worries me that it'd be undefined, even though it practically should never be that way. Log. I just want to make sure it's working. No, just output. Log ID. All right, I'm back. What was I doing? Title, date, and I guess content or something like that. So title. Date. I just want to make sure it's working. Are you working? Props logs is undefined. Pages. I go up a directory to lib. Oh, duh. And I didn't call it that either. I called it. Oh no, I need to change this. It needs to be const get logs. So let's get logs there. Get logs there. Bum 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 bum. Content logs. Guess I need to move this up a directory. I'm actually fine with that. Ooh, shiny. That is super cool. Okay. That's super easy. All right, what next? Seems like following the directions is a good idea. Yeah, I got to generate this data. Should I spend the time and do that now? It is part of the experience. This is really cool. Runs on the server side. All right, so let's just go ahead and flesh this out. So first of all, I don't like that I just called this post item when it's called log item. And this is log item, like that. That should fix, I mean, that shouldn't break anything. Yeah. Okay. So log item is going to take, man, I wish I need my TypeScript. I want to define an interface for this. So we have, oh man, it's going to bother me that the fact that I don't have an interface. I'm going to need to convert this to TypeScript when I'm done. So this would be the type. Actually, I have these things specified. Yeah, type. Props type. Props date. Oop. Props date. Props title. Props, what do they call this when it's like your intro text? Actually, I think Joomla calls it intro text, doesn't it? Yeah, I call it intro text. Right, props read more, and then I have to figure out a link and ID and all that kind of stuff too here. So let's do that first. I might have just broke it. Yeah. And then we have, oh, it's got to take data is log, like that. So let's change this up. Let's do props.data this and this, and you get a data, and you get a data. Everybody gets a data. Okay, that's kind of cool. I got some of it. So I guess the front matter junk. Right, so we just shove it all in there. Okay, that's good. So now I need to go to the content. And I need to add a title, and then we have intro text is a bunch of random things. Let's grab the stuff from here. Intro text is that. And then what else did we say? We said date type. So type is first time experience. Props data date, props data type, props data title, intro text. There we go. Check that out. And then by default, read more is going to be true on here. Say read more, and then it'll add the article. Cool. Let's just duplicate this real quick. Duplicate. Do I not have one? Hello world2.md. We'll do this. Ipsum 7. And then let's just drop in more Ipsum. Okay, cool. So the next part of this is getting it onto the next page. So how do I do that? Dynamic routes, individual blog pages. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Nope, don't want to do that. In our case, we want to create dynamic. We want each post to have a path, post ID with IDs. Yes, that's correct. Yep, exactly. Overview the steps. You don't have to make these changes yet. What? We can do this by taking the following steps. We'll do this all on the next page. First, we create an ID.js under pages. Let's do that. Let's do logs. And then they're saying ID.js. Oop. ID.js. Okay. So it's going to be similar to this, except it's going to be log. Const things. Oh, because it's export. Yeah, no. Okay. I don't know if we need this stuff or not. Actually, I do need the log item. All right, what are we doing here? Get static paths, return a list of possible value IDs. This is the new thing we haven't implemented yet. Finally, we need to implement get static props again, this time to fetch necessary data for the blog. Right, but it'll be get log, not get logs. That makes sense. We'll fill in ... later. Then open lib post and add this function. This will return. Oh, right. Wait a minute. Get all post IDs. That's a new thing. Get logs. So we want returns an array that looks like this. Params ID. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Pretty straightforward. Turn this is not just an array of strings, obviously. It must be an array of objects that look like common above. Each object must have a params key. Because we're using ID in this file, otherwise it gets it will fail. All right, so there's lots of convention, but that's cool. I like it. Get all log IDs. Oops. Get logs. Get log IDs. I don't want to say get all logs. Get log IDs. Okay, so that's fine. So we'll do that. We'll we're doing this thing, so I think it's ... right? Yeah. Right? No? Is it? Yeah, so out 1, out 2, lib logs. Get logs and then get log IDs. So with static paths, we're going to say const paths equal get log IDs, right? Return paths fallback is false. I guess that's like the 404 stuff. Okay. Implement get static props. Get post data. Oh, right. I needed, right. So we have get logs, get log IDs, but now we need to get log data by ID is really what it is. It's not post directory, it's logs directory. So let's fix that. Okay, once again, super straightforward. So I want get, I don't want get logs, I want get log data. And then get log data, but I need the ID. How do I get the ID in there? I need to look up dressing. I don't know what. Okay, so I'm gonna trust the docs or this thing. It says params, so params.id. All right. Props log data. Right. So then oops. So down here is where I have the content component that I have over here, right? Where's the content component? This is this thing. Header, post item is this baby right here I need. I'll do that stuff later. Right, so let's do this right here. All right, let's just leave that as dummy data for now. So if I say logs hello world, this is the name of the can't resolve log item module not found pages logs resolve components. Oh yeah, that's because it's one directory up. Boom and boom. By ID, what did I say? What was the ID? What is ID? Is it by the name? Let's see what they say here. Params.id. Okay. I did something stupid. What'd I do? Okay, log ID. Let's just. Oh, okay. Hello world. Yeah, okay. So the ID is the name of the file. Can't read map of undefined. Oh. I think because I copy pasted this thing. Okay, hold on. It is props log. Yeah, that's my fault. Actually, it's not even an array. Shouldn't be an array, right? It should just be props dot. Yeah, this is just my stupidity. Okay, so let's bring this out of here like that. And that should work. No. Oh, because it's data. And let's keep the same structure. Might as well, right? Data. Props data type. Yeah, so let's just do this. Let's do yeah, this is my fault. So it shouldn't be this way. It should be just a bad component design. All right, I'm going to fix this because it's going to drive me crazy otherwise. And then here, it isn't data, it's just log. So let's just spread it out like that. What did I do? I broke the world. All right, well, let's try to figure itself out. Let me fix this over here. Props log, logs data, right? And then this is log. Same thing. It's dot dot dot. Wow, did I just majorly break this? I think I broke it. I can hear the fans moving. What's going on? What'd I do? What'd I do? All right, I totally screwed something up. Hear the fans doing. So props, that's fine. I mean, this should spread it, right? Spread the props across everything? No? I mean, I could be super pedantic about it. We got title, log dot title, and then intro text is log dot intro text, and date is log dot date. I actually don't mind components that look like this because you're less likely to make a mistake. Type. Is type allowed on this? Can you do that? Title, type, date, intro text. It's good enough for now. So same thing. Logs. It should be prop stuff. Let me just make sure that something funky is not going on here. Dude, what's going on now? There we go. And I'm going to say logs hello world. Cannot read properly. Title of undefined. Okay, that's fine. Log, and then there it is. So I'm uploading prop. So log Log.title, how's that undefined? I don't know why I just killed the server. I didn't need to do that. Curious. It's undefined, but then it's defined up here. Do I have another console log somewhere? Console.log. Yeah, it's just that one spot. So it's rendering twice. That's interesting. Curious. Yeah, it's rendering it twice, and then I wonder why it's refreshing itself. I mean, it's doing it over and over and over again. Of undefined. Why would it be undefined? Like, why is this an empty object? Hello world. Every time. Yep. Okay. Actually, it's a little before that. It's like more like 25. I'm not really sure what's going on. Maybe I missed some weird nuance or something. Props, post data, props, log, data. I mean, it's just destructuring it. Yeah. It's just weird. It's like there's a log, undefined. There's a log, but the same thing is undefined. All right, this is always something stupid, right? Should look like this, should look like this, should look like this. All right, let's see what they say here. Post data, get all post IDs, pass fallback is not true, pass get log IDs, pass post data, params ID, params ID. I mean, that's exactly identically what it is. So let's go over here to logs. All the stuff. Same same get log ID same get log data that's the same. All right, well, that's identical. What's next? I mean, obviously I could wrap this in a check to make sure the data is there, but that seems like that's wrong. It should be here. But statically rendering it, compiling these. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not importing those, am I? I don't have this component, so how is this even working here? Let's just hide this for now. Should it be throwing an alert that's undefined? Where is that defined at? It's not defined anywhere. Yeah, okay, that's weird, really weird. Ah, look at that. So the error was wrong, is what it was. Let's check this out. So if I put this component back, cannot read property title of undefined. But that's not the actual error. It's being masked. Okay, this is the problem. So actual error of an undefined component was masked by an error that wasn't applicable. Hour 31 minutes. Okay. Well, at least I figured out what it was. That makes sense. So I need to create a log component. Log record. Yeah, I guess maybe we can call it that. Where's this at? I'll grab this baby right here because it's this. And oops. Boo. All right, log record. So we need to import this baby. Record. Record. Well, no. Wrong. It's really this. I probably should change this too so it fits. Right. Okay. Cool. Pretty fancy. Right. Ooh, margin's messed up. All right, I can fix that. That's easy. So I did that. And now it's got those two things in there. Dynamic routes. Wait a minute. We still haven't displayed the blog markdown content. Oh, right. This is true. Say dev. Did it send the other stuff in dev? Shouldn't this be in dev too? Oh wait, that's gonna mess up my package JSON. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna import these into our library. I mean, so far this experience has been pretty straightforward and easy. It's kind of a no-brainer, which is awesome. I mean, that's what you want. They get post data and follow the user mark. Post data by ID. Content HTML. Content will be content HTML. Actually, I like that it's called that because that's exactly what it is. So that's good. I already have the async keyword here now. No, I didn't. Wow. Oh, what? Oh, I do. I'm so used to doing it with the const thing. Duh. Right. Get static props here. We're gonna add a wait here. Logs data. Yay! I love the dangerously render HTML. So that is this content here. It's interesting. How do I apply this stuff in Markdown? I'm gonna have to find that out. I'll just drop it in right here for now. Log content HTML. Oh, duh. Gotta run the thing. Okay, it's there. I mean, styling it to make sure there's certain classes and stuff in it is not a NextJS thing. That's just an implementation thing you got to figure out. But that went pretty well, actually. That was great. Oh, let me remove that read more thing. We don't need that here. Remove that content. Cool. Okay. Sweet. Well, we got to make this dynamic too. That'll be interesting because this is going to be separate data. I have to read up on this. What's the right way to do it? So what's interesting is, does it not render this as paragraphs? It's just one giant paragraph here. No, up here. Yeah, it does. Curious. Oh, it wraps the whole thing in a div, so that's why this doesn't work. Why does it wrap it in a div? All right, I'll have to see how this npm module works so I can wrap it, which is fine. All right, I mean, that's pretty cool. What else do I need to know? Dynamic routes. Add the title to the post page. The title. Oh yeah, right. We got to add it to the meta tag. So here we're going to say log.title. I should fix that. Yep. Very cool. Ooh, I haven't seen this npm. What is this npm? So not moment? Is it like? Huh. Never use this one. Looks interesting. Wonder what the difference between this and moment is. Say anything about moment in here? No, they don't trash talk moment. All right. Out of respect of this tutorial, because it's done an excellent job, I'm going to do that. Oops. I already did that. Save dev. That's a fun component. Yes. Sure, why not? I don't mind this. It's a good idea. Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. I don't think you should. I don't know. You shouldn't really be calling it date though. Date helper or something like that. Same thing here. Actually, it's probably wrong to call this date. It should be date helper. So where's my date? Oh. I don't know if this is the right place to put it, but we'll worry about the intricacies of it later. Yeah, actually, this is just a display component. It's the wrong place to put it. Let's just do it here. Date helper. So here would be, oh, wow, Rick. No. Actually, I don't need a component. Really, I just want to do this. Right. Log.date. And then bring this out here. And I'm actually going to delete this stupid date component. All right, that should format that a little better. Or not. I don't want the year actually. Oh, duh. Gotta run it. Oh, I thought I deleted that. No, I didn't. Format log.date. Oh, I gotta parse it. I gotta parse it, yeah, right. There we go. Do I really want the year though? Do I really want it? Nah. What if I just did this? Ah, that's better. Okay. I did that. Oh, right. Yeah, I need to do the links, don't I? Okay. That makes sense. So let's do that. Let's do a link to here. Link. Totally makes sense that we wrap this. Actually, does not go there. It goes in this component. This component's going to need to be refactored. All right, so it goes here, and we want the title to be clickable. Logs as props.id. That's what we want. Let's see how bad that looks when we do that. Oh, yeah, a key. Surprised I didn't catch that before. Wait, why do I even need that? Just the log items, the wrapper. Key is the log.title, I guess. I thought I did this. Okay. Oops. Oh, it was clickable. It just needs a cursor pointer. Cursor. What is it called? It's called cursor dash pointer. Yeah, right. Okay. Cursor dash pointer. And I click on that, and it goes to logs hello world 2 is incompatible with href. Read model. No, it's not. It has the ID up here. It's right. Oh, dummy. Oh, it's interesting. It doesn't show the hyperlink thing down here for me. Can I like open? Ah, see, you can't open as a new tab. That's annoying. Oh, undefined snap. What is the problem? So that is because I'm not passing the ID. Log.id. Probably need to do the same thing over here. ID. Log.id. Ta-da! Ta-da! What's interesting is there's a 500 millisecond delay when you click on it. It feels a little slower. Some weird things with the layout too. See how the logo's gone? It's really weird. It was just gone. Let's see if it kicks in when I do the responsive. It just disappears. What on earth? Why would it do that? Layout log title. I mean, that is super weird. How does that affect the menu? Yeah, it's just off. Huh. So weird. All right, I have to look into that. Is it because the body is No. Hmm. All right, what else you got for me? That was cool. That worked really well. Yeah, I got that point. Oh yeah, the fallback stuff. I need to do that. Catch all routes. Need to do that. All right, I won't do that here on this video though. All right, I think that's good enough for tonight. It was a good 2-hour run through Next.js, and not bad. I mean, there's dynamic content. Oops, there's dynamic content here. Let's go back to the home page. Oops, I haven't wired that up yet. I got data coming in from Markdown. Click on it. It's there. Click on it. It's there. So not too bad for 2 hours worth of work. Never used Next.js before. Makes a lot of sense. That README tutorial thing is fantastic. It's one of the better ones I've ever seen for sure. All right, well, I'll call it a night and then write this up later.